So, we are already in our 51st country. Vietnam. We live only like 10 minutes by foot to the beach.
Just before continuing, we want to share where we live in Da Nang.
So a little tour of our new home. I know maybe the tours are not something as interesting as the country, but this hotel is just something different. This pond it's not the middle. In the middle it's the swimming pool. Now we have the pond, and then we enter our room and we come to the balcony. Again, you have the view and everything, and then you open and come to the room and immediately have this spa feeling. So we have a kitchen with fridge, microwave, everything you could need. I mean, it's too good. Bed, I think it's a king size bed, because we definitely could lose each other during the night. And you come to the other part, that's the really spa feeling part. What? That's in the room. And of course we have a shower and toilet, and we have this huge, I mean enormous mirror. Most important part, that everything costs 30 euros per night. I mean, when you come here you would think it's like, I don't know, 60, 90. I mean, in countries like Singapore, it's probably like 400 euros per night. Here it's 30 euros per night. I mean, it's too good. It's just too good. And we decided to come here. Of course, today the weather is not perfect. Already see that the view, it's nice. Just of course, the waves and the wind you can definitely hear.
Da Nang is central Vietnam's tourism capital because of its beautiful beaches and stunning landscapes. We came to Da Nang at the beginning of the dry season, but the weather still was more like during the wet one. All beaches and streets were almost totally empty, but the temperature was quite hot, and only the cold wind and frequent rain was giving a fresh breath of air. However, the last day of our 8-day stay we were finally able to take a swim in the sea, as well as the city was more lively than any other day. Of course, the beaches were still empty as there were not many tourists at this time of the year. We have a whole episode about basket boats. You can check it by clicking the link in the top corner of the video.
They're huge!
For the next location, we will need to take a Grab taxi. Taking Grab around the city costs from 1 to 2 euros per ride. To be honest, we never paid more than 2 euros to go anywhere within the city center range.
Hidden in a very busy street, there is a small alley, I think in here, where the tourists come because of the beautiful graffitis on the wall. So you can see, it's a very narrow alley. The graffitis on the walls, they're just special. Ooh, I like this one. I actually read some comments that it's not worth to come here anymore because it's not as pretty. But I would say it's still beautiful. Ooh. And it's in the street where people are actually living, so we have a very neighborhood looks. That's the ocean. This one is huge and nice. Ooh, and it's in both ways. Let's go here. This really reminds some Italian feeling. And this one, this is very local. A basket boat that we are already in Hoi An. You see there is a woman preparing meals. These are the butterflies. The cities, and you walk around of like the big temples and the big I don't know, the monuments that you want to see. But not always that's the most beautiful part. Sometimes the streets like these are something special in the city. For example, look at this one. It's hard to understand that just a wall of some house, but it looks like a real piece of art. The street is not too long, but there are just enough drawings and graffitis on the walls to have a small walk around the street and just enjoy.
And see how the locals are living.
Like what we couldn't put in these videos are the smells, and when you walk in this like very local streets like these with the local cafes that are really serving the food that not the tourists are eating, but you find like bunch of locals eating. These smells, they have a very unique touch to it, and it's really nice. So sadly we couldn't put these in the videos because every country has its own, and it would be like a very good touch to the videos itself. Another must-see site is the Dragon Bridge. During the weekends at 9 p.m. there is a show when the dragon spits flames and water. Sadly for us, we didn't have a chance to visit the show, as we were in Da Nang only through one weekend, and even then either the weather was very bad or we were in Hoi An trip. Despite that, at the daytime this bridge looks outstanding.
This magical view leads to one of the most visited sites in Da Nang. This location is situated on the highest mountain in Da Nang. Luckily, it has an elevator which costs 15,000 Vietnamese dongs one way. So here we are in the one of the top Da Nang's attractions, Marble Mountains. As you can see right behind me, there is a huge complex of pagodas and temples. Basically this is a very touristic place, and yeah, it's full of tourists, but I mean there's so many objects that you can at some of them be really alone. There are many beautiful paths and amazing viewpoints over Da Nang shores and city. Also, what's special here that you can explore marvelous caves. Whole complex has like 5 caves. The Vietnamese often call this place Five Elements Mountain. There are 5 mountains in accordance with the 5 elements of nature: Metal Mountain, Wood Mountain, Water Mountain, Fire Mountain, Soil Mountain, and each mountain is unique in shape with their own layout of caves and shrines. This is the entrance to the most famous cave. It somehow reminds us of Jumanji. The main cave in Marble Mountains, as you can see, and I'm very lucky. I'm basically whole alone at this square, and I can take as much time as I want. Even if you are buying the elevator, you will still need to climb some stairs. Not so many, but they are really rewarding, as you can gaze at an amazing view of beautiful Da Nang and Marble Mountains temples. So for the way back I decided to take stairs, as I see that many people are taking it, and today is not a rainy day. The stairs are not wet, but they are steep. Also there is a trick about elevator that you need to pay both ways, so basically you pay one time for going up and another time to going down. And I see I'm reaching the very bottom of this mountain, and I would say it was like 200 steps maximum, so I mean I guess I could not take elevator the first time, but yeah, I saved some energy for later. So sum up this whole experience here, I would say it's really like top place to visit in Da Nang. If you're staying only in Da Nang, I think this is the place you need to go, explore this wonderful temples.
This is it for today's episode. We couldn't try everything that Da Nang has to offer due to the off-season, but we enjoy the calmness of this place during this period of time. We hope you enjoyed our video. please don't forget to like and subscribe. We are trying to reach 1000 subscribers before Australia.